intentionally.
No, I don't think they would either.
I was gonna
Really?
say TTG.
I know because
Maybe.
of their landing, but who would be
Yeah.
who would be flying it?
I would go Mafo.
Really? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we saw a couple of hot drops on Rondo. I forget if it was scrims or yesterday, so let's be real. But I think we might have one between Run It Down and Skyline. Can the teams, or who's going to win between the two teams? Narco. Why did he shoot a bolty shot already?
I think he saw one of them and he just took a pop shot on him as they were landing. Maybe. I don't know.
Possibly.
I would love to see absolute chaos and anarchy. Because I'm a caster, so I need to root for the entertainment now and not for a team.
There you go.
But like individual knock, like what knock for knock, like would be absolutely sick.
Ooh,
That'd be
Ryder has a
chaotic.
really good spot. He's waiting for one of them to come
with a
out.
nice window peek. Come on, just wide peek it with your little shotgun. You know you want to, and then Red Ryder will be there to just absolutely punish. But it's a pretty stalled out hot drop, so it looks like nothing too seriously is happening yet. They're waiting for one of the other members or one of the other teammates to maybe overextend to get that initiating knock, so they can aggress on over to that. Skyline, like they don't have anything to lose now. Run It Down. Never mind. Run It Down. Run It Down is sitting at 30 points, 23 points behind 8th. That gap is a little is widening. So I want to say like 12th to 16th is that chance to qualify is starting to run slimmer and slimmer each game. You need to have a run out like Pest Control's had these past couple of games, and then maybe you manage to make a comeback. But it's getting wider and wider, that point gap.
Well, Colt with a VSS, I do love to see it. I think it's a great gun. Maybe not necessarily for comp, but it is fun as heck to run in pubs. But
it is. It is. Yeah, no, it is a very fun gun. It's always fun to shoot at a team with it from a distance, like especially on a Sandhawk in the tall grass. You just start shooting at a team, you get a knock, and they just start scattering like cockroaches. Like, where are we getting shot from? I don't know. But yeah, I do enjoy it.
Someone please clip Isaiah's voice going that high. Whenever he streams, I want that to just be his sub sound. But all right, Skyline, they are pushing in. Lil G, whoa, 2 immediately go down. And well, it is just 1 on the side of Skyline. Nick Knacker, he's doing a lot of work. Gonna go ahead and get the flushes.
Kill your teammates. No, don't. Oh,
Well,
you already got the flushes, so maybe the BZ comes into play. Doesn't take
oh, unlucky.
Skyline, unfortunately, they are going to be the losers of this hot drop. Run It Down, only losing Lil G. They're going to get the res onto Plushie, but they have a revive station nearby, so they can just grab the chip and go for the revive. So, unfortunate for Skyline. They do manage to get one more KP, bringing them up to 15 points total.
You know, at least it's 15. They could have had 14. 15 is better than 14. So, GG next. I will say, just because I want to do the plugin, ladies and gentlemen, if you are ever thinking about playing comp, I highly recommend playing scrims. And actually, hold up, I'm pretty sure I have a command for it. Do I not? Hold up. Let me go to mine. I think it might be naps. Is that, or did I switch it to amps? But still, you should go ahead and join the Discord because we want to see more teams scrim and more teams competing and more teams trying to get that glory that seems ever distant. So please go ahead, sign up for scrims, join with your friends. Also, have fun with it. It's a good game. It's a great time. And if you do well enough, I will definitely cast you. So go ahead, join, and make sure that I will cast you because I will hype you the heck up.
Unless you're me, you will not get hyped up. You'll get pointed and laughed at. With love.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say that's a little bit different. You're special, bro. So here, let me. What is it? I think it's APS is mine.
Yeah,
boom, there we go. Sweet. There's the Discord for any of you that want to go ahead and join. But Safe, we're gonna go ahead and get knocked to add it. But the rest of what you two trying their darndest to make them back off. As the colors may be a little bit similar, and Added is not necessarily sure of where his opponent is, so it looks like they're just going to go ahead and get out of there. And I feel bad for Seifu, man. Oh wait, but Cater, he's coming in from the other side, does a little bit of damage to Sneak. And in Zito, it looks like he wants to do the drive-by himself. He hit Cater once, and that's about it. And now they're just going to go ahead and back off.
Probably the best option for Wajutu. They didn't know how many numbers they had around them. They didn't know where they were playing as well, just as much as TTG didn't know where Wajutu was playing out of static. Kind of caught in the open. He's just gonna opt to tuck himself behind a rock so he doesn't get shot at or spotted by MTG as they are coming in with their rotate on through the northern part of this rondo.
Sorry, I had to switch my command so that it was a little bit more accurate because it said that I was casting scrims tonight, and I'm definitely not. But Kin from MTG, he was driving by a static. I think he did get a tire, but wait, did he? Am I going crazy? I might be going crazy.
He did get a tire.
No. But it was well done. For those of you who do not know, even if a tire is lost, you can still drive it as long as you're not boosting. If you're boosting, you lose control, and it spins out, and you almost certainly die because it's a bad time for everyone involved, including you. For the one who's shooting at you, though, it's a fantastic time because you are open as the day is long. So for those of you who get a tire shot out, please keep in mind, just drive, don't shift, don't boost, and just pray that you don't die. Zuki, who should you hot drop next? Ooh, I'm gonna let Chad answer that one because I don't want to necessarily influence the game. So y'all can cast your votes if you want to. But Zuki, I appreciate you and good job on making it this far. And you know, even if it doesn't work this time, it doesn't mean that next time it won't happen. So
True.
Keep that in
Just
mind,
remember,
and please, you know,
yeah, just
wait,
just
hold up,
remember
hold up.
Oh.
We have Yo-Ho, the adolescent chickens, the next to Sakura Zensen, and now we need a Panzerfaust, and Shinboy will get blasted out of there. Which one has a Panzer? I was trying to look for it, and I didn't see it. Oh, there it is, Micah.
Yep, Micah has a Panzer for that BDRM, and Shinboy, you got to be very careful. But they also need to be very careful about how blindly they just start running across the road with the rest of Sakura Zensen being set up here, and Gooners also being on top of the stadium, inside of it looting. Balefrost gonna find the first knock onto Hyman, and now Micah stuck in a very, very precarious situation as he is out in the open, surrounded by Yahoo and Gooners all around.
Well, Micah, he's going to find the Panzer. Shinboy, he's not having a good time. And even though the Panzerfaust didn't destroy the Birdum, Panzerfausts are often enough that I don't know if anyone wants to grab it. And Gooners, they're trying to look for those points. And Penta, he assumes that someone's still in it because it looks like it's just driving. But he has no idea that there's absolutely no one in there, and it is going to explode, and he is very confused as to why he didn't get a kill right there. But nope, the Panzer did the job. It did it well. And Adam, he has a P90, a most disgusting gun in a map that is new to the comp scene. But Gooners, you see Icy Flex on top trying to feed over information to the rest of the Goon squad. And so far, this fight has been stalling out for a little bit.
This is going to stall out. The BDRM got dealt with, which is good for all parties except for Yahoo, obviously, as they lost one inside that BDRM. Sakura Zensen very happy that that is now removed from this team fight. But everyone's just, you know, they all just moved into their houses. Sakura Zensen, they're all just living next to one another, asking each other for a cup of sugar as they just wait to see what happens in this fight. Gooners, is that the recall coming in? I think that is the recall. Someone got a revive out. Probably
It could just be an E-pickup.
No, E-pickups make sound, the revives don't. So if you ever see a helicopter but no sound, that's how you know it's the revive.
All right. I didn't know that one. Thank you for that info.
Absolutely. Nice shots coming out. Punage caught out in the open. Shots are ringing out. Micah tap spraying, but it's going to be Pentalaw with the mini. He's going to secure that knock onto Punage, but Punage is safe as safe can be right now, stuck behind a bit of cover. But now it's Hyman coming in with a bit of a flank to see if he can try to secure this KP before they manage to get the res. As now Sakura Zensen is starting to swarm around onto Yahoo.
Well, Eddie, he is trying to leave as Wajutu taking some shots over at him. Punage is going to go ahead and get downed or flushed away by Hyman, but Bunts turning it around and going to find the knock on Micah, and I think the flush coming in as well as two members, and that is it. That was in perfect sync. That was beautiful to watch.
That was fantastic.
It was
we got ours. Gotta go. Run.
All right, we out. We done. But
got
Soccer
mine.
Zenson, they are not done with this lobby. They want to get the rest of the points onto Yoho, but Yoho is like, all right, guys, we've had enough. Let me just take my oh crap, Bugatti. Is that the one that just came out?
Yep, that is
Okay.
the newest,
Let me just take the the Bugatti and get out of here.
I woke up in a Bugatti. Sorry. Anyway.
Nope.
Now fight between
Oh,
Ray Zap
no.
and Collector. Dreams was trying to get Psycho and rotate and get out of there, but not before Nubsky could overpeak and get the knock and flush onto both, giving Razap 2 more as Supernova are flying on in from an EP.
Not
and
Duel.
now a crash is breaking up between Dots and Duel as Duel loses K-Mind very early into this fight. Now it is just up to the 2 members to try to hold off the rest of Duel. IQ gonna go for the res. Nade coming out from Hot and Spicy, gonna do about half HP of damage. Wooly, the only one in this compound, trying to see if he can't either delay to make something happen for his team to come and reinforce him. But Valiate with a nice, but it's not even Valiate, it's Hot and Spicy with a beautiful AUG coming in for the knock onto Wooly. Now it's just 2 members of Duel left to try to see if they can make something happen.
Not only that, but they're in a blue zone, so their red dots are not going to work exactly how they want. This is incredibly awkward for them, and Dots, they are just coming in, and they are bullying the rest of Duel. It is a rough day, and Flanker is the one who takes down the last member of Duel, and down they go. But Duel, they should be completely safe and shouldn't really have to worry, but it is unfortunate for them. Dots, very happy to pick up those points and to move slightly up the leaderboard because it is not safe for so many of these teams.
No, absolutely not. Like, third place is sitting at 63, and then you got 8th place at 54. So that's less than 10 points, and you're sitting inside of. But Static sitting pretty much AFK on top of Dots. I don't think Dots realized that they had a member of Supernova land on top of them from the EP. Static gonna have to play this very cautiously because he does not have anyone that could come to reinforce him. The closest one is Batty, but they don't have any vehicles, so he would have to make a run up and over that hill to try to see if he can't reinforce. The best that Static could probably hope for is maybe get 1 and a flush, maybe 2 before getting found out.
Yep, Dots, they got to be careful. Static is just waiting with the rest of Supernova. Wait a second. Didn't they have one on top of a mountain? Did he get down?
Penry is. Nope, Penry's
okay, Penry's still up there? All right. Well, it is just going to be 2, so it's going to be kind of awkward for them to find some multiple knocks unless they really make sure that the Dots are caught flat foot here.
Honestly, at this point, I think Batty just tries to play. Like, I think they're all playing their own solo game at the moment. Like, Batty just has to try to play to keep himself alive here because he's stuck in a very bad situation. Static is just gonna have to go for at least 1, maybe 2 if he can get it before he gets found out, and then Penry is just living up on that mountain until he gets forced off, which Zone does do for them.
Yep,
which
that is
right meow.
Ooh, hey, but Yoho, they actually pick up 2 members and they're inside zone, which is pretty good for them. But this is an incredibly weird circle with water being right there. It has to hard shift off of this next one, but where the heck is it going to hard shift to? Will it go north? Will it go south? It looks like it should go north, but this is going to be incredibly at least awkward, to say the least, for the rest of the teams trying to make it across.
I want to say is Rondo the one exception to that rule where it doesn't have to, because technically you have all those like little pools and all those little like small streams and whatnot surrounding the entire thing. Hyman got shot out of the sky by Kin. He's gonna get immediately eliminated because he was floating through trying to get on top of the rock inside of this zone. As now it is just Adam up on this, trying to see if he can't make something happen. He has a P90 in hand, so if he manages to get out of the situation, as I was talking about it earlier, Static manages to find a knock onto Shane, as now he is the last one. He's trying to see if he can't make something happen. Flush has not come out yet, but now Dots is very well aware of where he's sitting.
All right, Eddie, he's had some nutty shots today, honestly, doing incredibly well for Mighty Gods. They haven't had an amazing day, but I mean, might have been better than yesterday. But Battle X with an MK14 finds a knock in the flush onto KBZNO as Nubsky coming in, Panadorito. Oh, he has only a bush to save him as Dots and Supernova fighting each other. And it's not going too well for Supernova, and I'm not surprised. I'll be 100% honest just with how things were setting up there. But Karam from Pest Control trying to spot out the rest of Ray Zab coming in. But Nubsky, was he trying to go for a revive res? Like a callback?
I think so.
Wow.
I think it looked like he was going for the callback. Yeah, unfortunately for Supernova, though, you knew what was going to happen. Stack might be able to get one, maybe two, but at the end of the day, it's a 4v1. That's a tall order to ask, especially versus Dots, a team that has proven they can make it to the grand finals and do well in the grand finals. So like we knew how that fight was going to turn out in a 4v1. In the middle of all this, we got Run It Down fighting Collector. They get the knock and the flush onto Hazel. In the middle of all this craziness, Joshi trying to set up for Rezav on the rotate, but zone is closing phase 4. It doesn't hurt immediately, but it doesn't tickle either. So you got to make sure you are close enough to the zone so you don't just die to blue zone, because that would be a very bad look for you and your team if you're dying to blue zone trying to hold out a different team.
Yep. Well, now pass control, they're crossing that small bridge, and Penta having to deal with Dots, and he's the only one here. So if Dots crash onto this compound, could be incredibly awkward. But he does have 3 gear, to be fair. So he has something. It may not be amazing, but he has something. Benry has made it in, and now pest control, Run It Down. They are finding each other. Karam gets knocked and flushed, and it does go north. And actually, we're Run It Down. I love that spot. They have some really good playability right there. But Penta is going to go ahead and find Valley. It immediately gets a flush as well as the 2 more members trying to push in, as Adam trying to give what cover he can. But it seems to be very little, especially with the trees blocking his sight lines.
And it's making the hard on the fight very difficult for them as they are stuck down there. Shots ringing out onto Hot and Spicy, not able to quite make anything connect, as now Pentalol is trying to see if he just can't get out of there. But Micah, he's going to find the secondary knock onto Hot and Spicy, leaving just Shane and Flanker, the last 2 member of Dots, standing inside of this fight, as now Pentalol and Micah are looking to get aggressive, get further into that fight, as Adam is just going to keep staying up on top of this mountain. In the middle of all of this, Gooners and Toy Bibbo are going to get into a fight, and that's going to be quickly ended. Kite managing to get a revenge knock, but not before getting taken down and eliminated immediately afterwards.
Well, Lucid Freak goes down by Lucid. Not confusing at all for those of you who don't know the scene. But with Jutsu, they are south. They need to make it across zone. 4 dogs taking the terrain rather than going for the compound, which would Jutsu have. But it seems like they're trying to get out of here. But Micah did go down, and now Pence and Adam, the last 2 up. But Adam, he is incredibly far away in this blue zone. He's coming in. Dots have a limited time. Spicy did bleed out. So now a 2v1 here, but Adam, I think Adam's just going to try to make it inside zone, and I don't think he's going to try for anything else. But Batty Lowell going to go down to Panda Dorito. Supernova is finally killed. And I think Sakura Zensen, they are just going for some meds, trying to survive as long as possible. And you know what? Finally, maybe some other teams could have some more points. But Greg Shot going to go ahead and find Mapo. Cater, though, the last one up. Greg Shot goes down, and from above, you have Icy Flex. TTG are dead and eliminated in 12th. The Penta, again, just waiting for the meds. Shane and Flanker, this is just mutual destruction at this point. There's nothing that either one of them could do.
No, it's not. Nothing that you can do, but, I mean, Sakura Zenzen, I don't know if this was intentional to target Dots to try to, get them to do poorly so that hopefully they don't qual, because Dots is definitely a team that you don't want to see in finals. If you can do something to keep them out, then, that's very good on you. Sakura Zenzen securing themselves into the group stage of this competition.
No. Okay. Ooh, Eddie, nice shots on the Nubski. I was wondering if the emergency pickup or emergency flare would actually kill one of them. But actually, it's going to be Narco who does find Nubski. Bunt gets knocked by Newbie as Rezav goes down. Tasty, the one who found the last one. Mr. T spots that with Jutsu as they start to kind of push on to Gooners. Tasty is right below Mighty God, so they got to be careful with that one. They still have to make it across.
And we come back to this,
nice.
And they're still in the blue. They're still waiting. Shane Doe, they're just both all going for the heals. Shane now sees that Pentalaw has gone down to the blue, but it's just too late. You can't make it out of this. You're just going to die to the blue. There's nothing that you can do besides maybe get in there, and it's too late for you to try to even secure the KP. So now you just have the one option, that's to die to the blue, and you're gone in 10. But Sakura Zensen still in this. They still have Adam, and he has a P90. That is the 1v4 gun to have if you have to go on 1v4 any team. So
I mean, M249 with an EMAG, I feel like is the real technical ability. But, P90 is still insane. So Run It Down, though. They are so close to pass control. And do remember that they have one member on the side of MTG. So it doesn't seem like they're going to be able, but Josh, he peeks on over, deletes Plushy in an instant. And now it is a 2v4, and well, putting in some damage, saving Joshy's butt for at least a little bit. Rom did get knocked and flushed.
Has control able to, at least BattleX able to keep Joshy from getting over pushed and overextended on, able to slow down the fight and turn it into their, hold it for them and hold it and turn it into their favor as they go to try to clear out the rest of Run It Down from that top of the ridge. Sneak attack and Wajutu playing it out.
Ooh,
Joshy
good
with
shots.
a beautiful peek onto Narcotica as they managed to get a secondary knock, leaving just Little G on this side of the hill alone. They still have Tastu on the opposite side of
Oh wait,
the
no, he swam
mountain.
over.
He did. He made it on over, but he's going to
He is
find
super
himself
far.
a very difficult run to try to make it towards his teammates to continue this fight with pest control. As now Joshy's going for the peak. He hears Lil G running around.
Nice
The headshot comes into
shots.
play, and Joshy with a beautiful AUG spray is going to find the knock onto Lil G and quickly find the flush, leaving just Tastu, the last member of Run It Down.
Oh, well, Tastu is going to find Blissey. We're going to go for the immediate flush, but Poonage from downtown finds the return and Run It Down are limbed. Now we are finally into placement points, and we will see the zone is about to close in 50 seconds. Gooners, you know, with the Panzerfaust, because why not? Panzerfaust are, they're fun. It's Gooners. Need I say more?
I mean,
I feel
no,
like it's pretty
absolutely not.
self-explanatory.
If you said Panzerfaust and it's a word association with teams, I'm immediately going Gooners.
And Zito, he's looking straight up to see if the emergency flare is going to knock one of them, but it seems to be pretty gosh darn good for them. But I think they're just going to... Interesting. Oh, great shot goes down. Cannon caught him unguarded. And the rest of MTG is on the other side, so this is a great knock for them. And it jumps down, but with an MP5, flexing on him and not allowing him any good time. So now the rest of MTG, they're just going to go ahead and try to crash it. They go into the water. They actually do make it over, but Icy Flex with a Panzerfaust. This could be beautiful for him. Spots him, gets one knock, spots out the other one, doesn't know that one is swimming. You might have seen him for a split second. He should see him now, but pest control from above, both see Icy and MTG. But behind them, Yoho, they are starting to push up, sweep around them, try to flank and get the knocks onto pest control.
Good defense from Goonshot with a nice nade onto Lucid,
Ooh,
as now
yo-ho.
Wujutu is starting to get the third party coming in to attack on this, as now MTG are finding themselves just barely stuck underneath the rocks. As now Four Dogs and Wujutu are
Nice.
starting to fight each other. Now Gooners coming in, trying to see if they can't get a nice little third party into all of this, but they need to worry about MTG. MTG was able to get all of the reses up, as now Icy Flex is getting pushed hard by the MTG team. They have to come up and around this team, as Yahoo's staring right at Gooners. In the middle of all this, everyone is third party available to get shots taken at them, but at the moment you start to third party a fight that isn't on top of you, that's when that team's going to push, and you're just going to be stuck and found out in the open.
Yep, we have four teams all just kind of watching each other and making micro adjustments as soon as someone overpushes. Poonage trying to be lethal in this lobby with that bolty, but it's not working out so far. Vorpal and Ice, I believe, both have VSSs actually, which is crazy to say. Ice gonna find the knock on to Lucid with a beautiful nade. Sneak attack and Encito, the last two up. What can they do? Can they make this hold? But Four Dogs, they have to push in considering that Zone is pushing them in. Greg, Shot, and Gooners now trying to clear out with Jutu as well and possibly take the fight. That is going to be a beautiful nade, but Four Dogs is also helping them out. So many peaks, over peaks, and then from behind MTG, this madness just continues. Icy is all alone, and Eddie, he is waiting for the peak. Icy has 10 bullets, one bullet cannot find it, and from Eddie, the Gooners are gonna go down with Jutsu, and the two winners on this side are gonna be MTG and Four Dogs, but Four Dogs still has to push in.
Four Dogs coming out on top of all this, and MTG coming out as well, managing to just, I don't know why the push from Gooners came into play just a little too early, with MTG still being a massive threat to the backside of your rocks. Maybe they just assumed these guys aren't going anywhere, they're stuck. Maybe they assumed some help was coming from Pest Control and Yahoo on the opposite hill, making it so that they can't over-aggress, but very well played by Mighty Dogs in that situation, and Four Dogs. Or Mighty Gods and Four Dogs, as they were able to just hold the other two teams stuck in between them and secure as much KP as possible, as now we come into the final 5 teams in this match.
Now I want to say Mighty Dogs and Four Gods. I just it sounds like fun. Before Earth is still alive and Yaho is not looking at him at all. And Vorpal, the leading newbie with an MP5. It is the SMG meta, but he cannot find the last couple of bullets. Vorpal just has 13 bullets for 2 guns. The VSS is deadly, but without bullets, there's not much you can do. But Four Dogs, they are taking their spot. That was a great knock, and he is going to get, he's going to bleed out, so it's going to be good points for them. Vorpal with a nice knock on him, Mr. T, and now it is just Eddie on the side of Yaho. Well, the rock's on Four Dogs, but Yaho side facing.
Yes. And it's not looking good for Eddie, as now all of Four Dogs
3
are
bullets.
just aggressing as hard as possible. Vorpal could go loot Bunt. We know Bunt carries an egregious amount of 9mm, and he'll get all the ammo he could possibly need. Eddie, he's going to opt to play this slow. He knows he doesn't have to move anywhere, as the zone did favor towards his side, where he can use that vehicle as hard cover and the rocks. At Four Dogs, it's just everyone's kind of looking like they're stuck into a bit of a stalemate, except for Poonage and Cherry Vibes. They're able to flex out, but they don't know about 4Earth that's in their backline that they could stab. And like Balefrost, you know he wants to peek over and try to see if he can't just do some damage, but he's got Battle X from Pest Control just sitting there waiting. It's a lot of solos left up inside of this game that could instantly turn the tide of all of these team fights battles.
Yep, 4Earth, he has an M4. He doesn't even have a quiet gun, which is unfortunate for him because, you know, as soon as he takes shots, he's going to be found out. So, Yaho, they have been trying to clear their edges. 4Earth crawling in, but has to run in soon because he doesn't have much cover. 4Earth, he launches the nade super early, takes the shots, is not going to find a knock. No! Oh, they were so close to going down, but unfortunately, he could not get it. Four Dogs, so close to being able to push onto that, but nope.
It's anarchy because you know that all of these teams are sitting in this circle. Like Four Dogs have 4 up, Yaho has 3 up. What a valiant effort from 4Earth, as he brought them both down to 1 HP. It was so close. Ice, he's got to be very careful. He's alone as he's over peeking this rock's edge, and at any moment, Yaho can peek over the top of the hill and just absolutely ruin Four Dogs' chance at taking a win here. Battle X sitting on the hard edge. MTG has a little more space to play with as he is sitting a little deeper inside of the zone, and he has all that hard cover. So it's really just going to come down to who overextends first. I think Yaho are trying to spot out Four Dogs to see if they can't make something happen. But I just want to see what these solos do and how they react to what happens next within the first set of team fights in this final circle.
I know that we've been talking a lot about this specific game, but you got to look at the big picture as well. If you look at the leaderboard, you have Yaho at 56, Four Dogs at 62, with 4 spots between them. That is not many points. Anyone from even Collector, I know they're a little bit further behind, but if Collector up to Yaho, if they have a good game, they can make it in. So this is massively important for Yaho to pick up some more points. Wajutu is only 2 points ahead of them, and Dot's 1 above them, and then Rezav 1 above them. So if they could get this win, it would be so good for their chances. But they need to eliminate the solos that are still left. MTG and Pest Control, they want to just get as many placement points as they can before they go out, because there is a very, 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 very slim chance that they would get the win. So we are just waiting for Circle to push, to make a team, make an over push that another team can go ahead and capitalize on. And only time will tell. We have 47 or 45 seconds until Circle closes when the teams will be pushed out. I think Battle X actually, and no, until it closes, apologies. But Battle X trying to make it in. Eddie, I believe, is barely in. He's not in a comfortable position, but just being in is all that is required. Battle X having to move. Eddie is just waiting for someone to overpeak.
Oh no, this is going to be a battle of the solos that breaks out here first. Battle X was forced to move down from the side of the hill towards Eddie's position because that was the best spot. But it's going to be Battle X that finds Eddie out first, and now it is a 4v3v1 as Battle X manages to secure his team even more placement points as well as even more kill points. They're up to 6 in third, and you know it's a tall order to ask for him to try to do anything else. But now Yaho and Four Dogs is busting out in a fight, and this is exactly what you want if your Battle X as the third party comes into place, as Blizzard is going to get found out and immediately flushed Now Yahoo's getting aggressive. They're backing Four Dogs into a corner, but Four Dogs has all of the cover from this rock formation that they can play out of. But that Bolty can immediately take off a helmet, take off a head, and get a knock and turn the fight right back around as it goes into a 3v3v1.
Not only that, but now Circle is going directly to Yahoo. They have all of the cards right here, especially with Battle X, just waiting to backstab. I don't even know if it's a backstab at this point, but just waiting to try and take them down. Ice attack over Peaks, but Battle X is too good, but Vorpal finally takes him down, but this is Yahoo's time to go ahead and capitalize on all of this carnage. They pick up a kill. Vorpal and Lucid, the only two up, and now the util spam can come out. A good blue zone should at least do some damage, or at least move them to one side. They're holding the angles. Vorpal, there's no way he didn't take damage from that. What? All right, Balefrost finally gets him in. He is going to go down to the blue, and Yahoo, they do make it all the way up into 6th spot with winning that chicken dinner.
Absolutely fantastically played by Yahoo. They just took the space and they waited to see what would happen first, wait to see who would fight first and who would overextend. They managed to take a nice little